Mombirella.
And I'm CJ Peterson. Welcome to a special edition of Magic Making Mischief. Get your wands to the ready because we got all sorts of stuff going on. We solemnly swear we're up to no good. So today we have a special guest, Ms. Ukita Cosplay down at the bottom. Mombi, would you like to introduce her while I do the back end stuff?
Ukita Cosplay is a cosplayer extraordinaire who is building her collection now, and this is one of her newest one, right?
Yes, Raven.
And we actually first met at Kimo Kawaii its last year, and I made a video ironically because she's the first person who ever recognized me for like what I do, and I was just like, oh my gosh, this is so cool.
That's super cool.
That was exciting too. I was like, oh my god, wait a minute, I've seen you.
So that was interesting. And then,
We've watched your videos.
Yeah, my daughter actually found you and then brought me to you. So it was an interesting moment.
That.
And then I don't know, we just we ended up at a lot of the same stuff, so we've gotten to see each other. And then CJ, I'm like, y'all got to meet because she's awesome.
And I know we had been at the same places, but I was usually running around like a chicken with my head cut off.
And it's funny because we've talked about cosplayers, like we cross paths and like you got different hair colors, different, looks going on. And so we're just like, oh, like Mariana Lowry we had on here. And like literally I'd seen her at 3 things. And she goes, yeah, I was at such and such during this. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I've seen you at like, all this stuff. Oh my gosh. So yeah, it's an interesting thing. So.
Gotcha. So Ukita, you want to tell people about you yourself, who you are, what you do, that sort of thing?
I call myself your friendly neighborhood cosplayer. Well, I'm gonna start with my name because Ukita, you don't see that anywhere. Like Ray Hurd said, that's a unique name. So I actually, it's my Ren Fair name. I have been going to the Texas Renaissance Festival for a long time. I was 12 when I started, and I'm turning 33 this year. So, and I've been going ever since then. My Ren Fair name was Uke because I would go around the campgrounds playing my ukulele for everybody.
Oh, cute.
That in college. And one of my friends, Sean Malley, who actually was the drummer for Tartanic, one of my favorite bands.
That is an awesome band. I love that group.
Yes, it is indeed.
Their whole thing. They're awesome.
He gave me the nickname Ukita because how they say it in Hawaii is Ukita. And it kind of stuck. And when I was trying to figure out what a good cosplay name would be, because I didn't want to use my real name, but it's like, okay. Trey actually came up with the idea of using my Ren Fair name because he's like, why not? You already go by it. Just use it. I'm like, okay. So Ukita Cosplay was born.
Very cool. I think that's a cute story. Which kind of cosplays have you done so far?
Oh my gosh. My very first one, actually, I re-wore it to Kimo Kawaii this year after wearing it to Comicpalooza its very first time. It was Iridessa from Pixie Hollow. And I bought the corset on Amazon and I got like fabric to put on it. I Mod Podged the fabric on because, gotta do what you gotta do. Little experience here, so I'm making it up as I go. I painted the skirts with acrylic paint. It was stiff and it would crack a little bit when I was trying to put it on because I had it on the mannequin the whole time. And mannequin bodies and human bodies are a little different. Let's stretch. So did that. I had Knights Emporium actually made my wings, so shout out to her. That was the first one. I've done April O'Neil. I got popular for my Dolores.
Yeah.
Yep. She's pretty cool.
You're really good with that one. I actually had to look at the picture twice to make sure it was you versus Adasa. I'm like, what is that?
That happened a lot at that con.
She comes to the cons in full cosplay for her Dolores character, and so like y'all both being there, it was
confusing. I'm like, who am I looking at?
A lot of people out that day.
Who are we looking at? And didn't you actually get to sing with her once?
I did during her panel.
That
was fun. I loved it
too. Mommy did as well. So
that was so
the Bruno song.
Yes.
I've done April O'Neil. Did that for Hill Country because it was a Ninja Turtle con, basically. I've done Jughead Jones. I've done Ashley Spinelli. She's another one of my lazy cosplays because I don't really do anything with my hair. I have a Jedi. I have a Sith. I have Raven now. Man, I have a lot. Sailor Mars.
You got
It's
Kim
kinda hard
Possible.
to keep
That
I
one.
was gonna say Kim Possible was one of them.
Kim
I know
Possible is one of them, and also Sailor Mars. And I actually have like a wind-up doll one. It's an original character, kind of like the Jedi and the Sith.
It's
Yeah, I have
cute.
a wind-up.
Let's see. Nice.
I
I'm
used
thinking
to wear it to
more
preschool when I was a teacher, so that was my Halloween costume there. And the kids were like, "Oh my gosh, I want to wind you up," and I'm like, "Good, it's not actually a wind-up thing, but okay."
Oh my goodness. Okay, so what started you cosplaying?
So it's been a mixture. I'm gonna start with the inspiration from childhood. My sister, she was a seamstress, and I remember she also did theater, which got me into theater in the long run. I remember watching her sewing a Sailor Mars, no, Sailor Mercury. She was making a Sailor Mercury cosplay for one of her friends, and I thought it was the coolest thing in the world because she had gotten me into Sailor Moon. And I wanted her to make me one. Of course she didn't. So
Oh, she didn't make you one?
no.
Oh
She
no.
was a teenager, so I don't blame her. I was a 5-year-old kid being like, "Hey sister, make me something." She's like, "No."
She's like, you all do it in 5 minutes.
But she doesn't understand. Had she made that, you would have been completely out of her hair for the next 5 years.
Right? You would think, but meh, it's okay. Now I have a million of them.
So do you sew or do you get the costumes elsewhere?
I actually do so. Okay. So I have a little bit, okay, I have a lot of ADHD, so it's hard for me to stay on a task. I will not deny that. I sew, I tailor, especially for my family, because obviously, I actually got a serger from my mother-in-law for Christmas one year. Is it Christmas or my birthday? Either way. But kind of been afraid to use that one because I made the rookie mistake of trying to sew velvet with it. And it scared me because it did not work the way I wanted to. But I have picked back up on sewing. In fact, the last cosplay I worked on that I actually like full on sewed it, made it from like top to bottom, was Dolores. I made that skirt.
Did you?
I did. I even brought it to Comic Palooza to finish it.
Nice.
That's cool.
It was a lot of work. I cried.
So have you ever done any of the cosplay contests at the different?
I definitely have. I
Jeremy
didn't know what I was doing then. I still don't know what I'm doing now.
You know what? I kind of wonder, half the people probably don't know what they're doing either. They're just having fun, and that's part of the game.
Honestly, as long as you're having fun, that's actually all that matters. Because, like, bro, there are people out there who, and no shame to any of them, cosplay is just fun all around. But there are those who are like, they only make them, or they only buy them, or they do closet cosplays. I do all three. I'll incorporate all of them into one cosplay because you know what? It made it. It's there. It may not be completely head to toe made, but there's a lot of decision making in it. So, and tailoring as well, painting a lot. I pour a lot into these things. I think about a lot of stuff.
So define closet cosplay.
So, okay, closet cosplays are some of my favorite things because it's literally pieces from your closet. And you just put them together. They just happen to work. I accidentally made a Link cosplay one day because I had a green sweater dress, and I put a brown wide belt on it, and I wore white tights under it because I was trying to be Christmassy. One of my friends said, all you have to do is put a hat on and get a shield and you're Link. And I'm like, okay. Like, what do you say to that? I'm like, okay, there you go.
We'll add to the next one.
When you cosplay so much, it's just like natural. Oh, oops! I guess I'm.
Whoops! I'm Link. Whoops! I'm Anna from Frozen. it's just daily life at that point.
I know it's sometimes difficult. I had Melly Cosplay. She's a friend of mine up in the Kilgore area, and we had been friends since 2019, I believe, is when we actually met. And I'd only seen her in cosplay. So a couple of years ago, we were at the same event, and she was like, my table is right here. She was literally catty corner from my table. I didn't even know it was her.
Oh my gosh.
I just thought it was Melly Cosplay. And so I'm like, oh, that's really cute. And she goes, yeah, CJ, it's me. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness. I ran into Ukita for the first time when she wasn't in cosplay at Pop Culture Power Show this year. And I walked right past her and went, wait.
It's hard.
It's me.
I mean, I get it. Sometimes like you go more natural with some of the cosplays, but it's just like just totally out of it. It's just like you it's different. Your brain's not registering. And so you're just like, wait, hold on. Oh, okay, got you. Yes, now.
I've gotten that a lot. A lot of cosplayers get that. It's great.
Well, I mean, that just shows you how good it is. If we can't recognize you as a normal person, not in cosplay.
Honestly, yeah.
That's great. Then that means you're doing your job well.
That's the point. It's a big compliment. I tell you what, every time I go to a different con, I see the same people around, like, are you? And I'm like, yeah, hi, good to see you again. They're like, oh my God, you, how did you do that? And I'm like, wigs and makeup.
I like wigs. Wigs are nice because you can hide all this mess in it.
Yeah. Wigs and capes sometimes if you want to add a little extra zhuzh.
Mm-hmm.
I get irritated by wigs. I did that really long black wig for Isabella at Comic Con when Dasa was there, and it was so heavy. Like this part of my head felt like it was imprinted into me forever, and I had a headache for almost 2 days after that because it was just the weight was pulling on me or something. Maybe it's just because that one was so long. Like that made me kind of turn me off to wigs right there. So I've been trying to find ones for my natural hair, and I can just kind of style it. I don't know.
I get that. Yep. It's hard to do it with like thick curly hair too. So I get to shove all that under a wig cap.
So through the years, have you learned any tricks?
For wearing wigs? Yes.
Or all the thing.
It's kind of yes and no. I'm still learning, which is great. For wigs, for long, thick, curly hair, at least. This is what I did, at least. It may not work for any other people, but it worked for me. I did 2 French braids going down like my hairline, and I pinned the tails up, so like they're kind of doing like a Dutch girl braid. Like, you know how the milkmaids kind of like they have their braids going back up on top of their head. Same idea, but just pin it down to where it's like stays. And then I put the wig cap on, and it helps flatten it out, and it also like adds kind of volume to the wig. Like instead of looking like flat, it kind of like oomph, gives it that oomph. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't want it to be completely flat to your head. That just looks weird.
You know, that's true. But you know, I know I like using the wigs better. We did that Wednesday Addams one. And I hated it because I had to actually cut my bangs, which were finally to my chin, but I had to cut my bangs to get the Wednesday look. So I just ordered a Wednesday wig. Should be coming sometime soon.
Oh my God.
Just that way, just put it all up and not worry about it.
Don't worry about bangs.
Up and just layer. That's something you could have done. I didn't even think about that. Like with your bangs being that long, you could have literally just folded them over and like pinned them down.
Yeah, had I had a Wednesday wig, yeah. But at the time we were doing Wednesday, so I just cut it up.
You looked cute as Wednesday, though. I saw that. You did. You look cute. You serving looks.
I have a Merida that's ready to go. And then there's another one we had been talking about, Rockabilly Merida. And then I have my Wednesday.
Since we go to a lot of the same events and stuff, usually it's like the idea of having matching cosplays. You see these groups, and like these friends will come out and they'll be like, "Oh, well, let's match." And so they look so like they're having so much fun with all the different characters from the same stuff. So doing Rockabilly Princesses, I'm trying to figure out mine. I think Belle's my favorite, one of my favorites. So I think I'm gonna go for Belle. So
Yeah.
I still need to figure out. Yeah, I need to find the right wig, the right color. I found like an Ariel red, but I need Merida's orange.
yeah.
Yeah. There's some cosplayers who are skilled enough to where they actually know how to dye their wigs. I'm not there yet.
Now, if I could just untangle that Isabella, it's been in the bag for like a year now because it was so tangled after the event. I could not get it out, and I'm just like, I'm done.
Have you tried the like leave-in conditioner and a pick through it?
Oh, the mane and tail, the silicone spray,
Mm-hmm.
that helps. That's what I use on all my wigs.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try that because that poor thing is a mess, and it's so long. It's ridiculous long.
Also, with longer wigs, start from the bottom because then the knots won't build up. Start from the bottom way up so they all come out easier.
Well, it's kind of like your hair, Mombi. When you start at the bottom when it's been kind of ratted up to coming out. Yep. If you start at the top, you're going to run into
you got to make all the tangles be at the bottom, and next thing you know, you look like Kitty from That 70s Show, and it's great.
Definitely.
So here's a question. What is one of the biggest challenges you've had that you faced as a cosplayer?
Oh my gosh. So I am a perfectionist, and I will overanalyze to the heavens with every cosplay I do. The details, the expenses, the color. Oh my God, the color. If the color is not correct visually to me, then I assume that everybody else can see the discoloration and will also be like, that's not the right shade of purple. That's not the right shade of red. And I'm like, I know, I'm so sorry. I can only do so much. It's literally just starting it. Half the time, it's the most difficult part is just getting out of my head and just starting it.
So do you have a favorite one?
I do.
Which
it's
is?
obviously Dolores. Because I've got to meet Adasa in it.
Yes.
Did not expect for that to like take over my heart so much, but it did because I literally poured blood, sweat, and tears into it. And did not think that I was going to do that.
Aw. And what an absolute sweetheart. Adasa was just like totally won everybody over at that point. Like, even if you didn't know, like, then it's like you're looking her up going, okay, I've got to know you because you're an awesome person.
Gosh.
I worked hard to say hi.
Is that MK family thing?
So what's up next? What ones do you have coming up?
Ooh, okay. So
hold on a second. Works hard. Yes, we're keeping our regular Wednesday schedule, but today is a special edition. So
it's not Wednesday. So yes, this is a special Sunday one. And
I work on Wednesdays, guys. Sorry.
Sunday fun day.
Well, and at the end of this podcast, we actually have a very big surprise for you guys that we want to share with y'all. We're very excited about. So stick around.
Definitely. So what's next for you cosplay wise?
Yes.
Next for me cosplay wise. So it's kind of a secret because it's something that I'm working on both technically and I'm just going to say technically because, yeah, it's actually a lot of technical work because I've never done this type of cosplay before. And my family's actually doing it too. So it's kind of, it's a surprise.
When are you going to reveal it? When are you going to reveal it? Works Hard says, ooh, I love a Sunday special edition. Sunday fun day.
Probably next year because it's also a family thing. So I'm not the only one working on one. It's
that's gonna take
just know that it's Star Wars related. That's all I'm gonna say.
Ooh.
Now I'm curious.
Yeah, okay.
It's gonna be so cool, guys. Oh my god, I'm so excited.
So we have about 10 minutes left. Mombi, would you like to spill our surprise?
Okay, guys. So we have been working together, me and CJ, for a while with Magic Making Mischief, and we really love you guys. Thank you all so much for supporting us and invite more people. But now we are ready to grow just a little bit more, and so we have invited Ukita Cosplay to be part of Magic Making Mischief. Hi. She is going to be joining us on Wednesdays when she can, and then also being at events with us and covering some of the ones that she goes to. And so she's going to be an official part of Magic Making Mischief from now on. And you will see a change in our our logo as well as our intro too.
Works Hard says, "Are you dressed as Raven from Teen Titans? If you're not, I hope you're not offended."
Not at all offended. I am completely Raven. I am. Thank you for noticing.
So in celebration of letting everybody know, I'm changing the icon up at the top. Works Hard says the audio got messed up for part of the announcement.
Oh, I'm
and
sorry.
Said congratulations.
I got very
Thank
excited.
you.
I get immediately. Okay, so Ukita Cosplay is officially part of Magic Making Mischief now.
Yay!
She will be helping us with our comments and being on the podcast whenever she's available on Wednesdays, because right now her schedule is a little less flexible.
I work, sorry.
We invited her to come join the fun and enjoy some mischief with us.
Yes.
So we're super, super excited.
So stoked.
So, like I said, I kind of spelled a little bit about what the three of us are working with for cosplayers. For cosplay, Works Hard says, "Yay!" We're working on the Rockabilly princesses.
Yes.
And then we have
the regular Disney princesses.
Yes.
Yes.
And we have our Wednesdays. Oh, Ukita, you need to do Wednesday.
No, she used to do
Who?
Do Wednesday?
Wednesday's roommate.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
Yes.
yeah. Oh, what is her name? Works Hard says congratulations on the addition to the team. Yes, we are super, super excited.
Thank you.
We're very excited.
Wednesday's roommate, you mean the one with the claws?
Yeah.
Ew, oh my god, Enid.
Yes.
Enid. Yes.
Yes, Enid. That's also in the works.
Oh.
I'll give y'all that.
We already got that one too. Special. You heard it here, folks.
Also, we're looking at doing the Fairy Hollow crew.
Yes, Pixie Hollow.
Oh, wow, my brain was
by Rosetta and Syl.
Pixie Hollow. My bad. Okay, I wake up at 5 a.m. on Sundays, so you have to give me.
That's okay. So with the Pixie Hollow crew, I will be Silver Mist, and Mombi will be
Rosetta, but I'm gonna have to probably make the skirt and stuff from scratch because I cannot find anything that works for her with the rose petal thing.
Yeah, that's gonna be a little bit in the making, but yep.
And of course, Ukita Cosplay's already got Iridessa, which we love.
I loved that one. That was adorable.
Thank you so much.
Oh, wait, that side.
That way. They're that way for me.
There you go. You have to figure it out. Down this way, and you.
Yeah, there we go. Wait, somewhere.
Vogue.
Oh, yeah, this is gonna be fun.
So that was what our main special announcement was regarding Ukita, but also we wanted to let you guys get to know her and get to fall in love with her like we have.
Yeah. So check her out on her Instagram. The links in the down below right there, as well as in the descriptions. And she also has Facebook and YouTube, but she doesn't do it very much yet.
One day I will post a video without me over scrutinizing it.
I shall teach you the ways.
Yes, teach me the ways of the Jedi.
Yeah, I'm teaching her the ways of podcasting. She's teaching me the ways of YouTube. So, we will all get there.
We are, yeah. And Ukita can help us with our cosplays, so this works out perfectly.
Super easy.
Exactly.
So, we're also still going to do the Xanadu one, but we're trying to get Ukita to watch it.
Well, she knows what she's doing then, you know?
It is on my list of things to watch, yes.
I've got my skates. I have to get, used to them again and hopefully not break anything in the process. So
man, I've never roller skated before, so this will be fun. I'm scared.
Oh, we can teach you how to roller skate. I've been doing it since I was 7.
I did too, but I stopped when I got vertigo, so I'm just picking them back up.
Don't fall.
Me balancing on more than just my feet. It doesn't work very well. Couldn't skateboard. Can't ride a bike. It's great.
This has 4 wheels, so I mean.
Okay, I can't do skateboards. I can do the old school skates. The quads I can do. The rollerblades, for some reason, I end up in the splits or. I don't know what it is. There's no. Oh my gosh! It's the toe stop. Too big.
Oh my gosh! The stops. That's what I'm afraid of. When I stop, I'm afraid I'm just gonna propel myself forward and face plant.
Yeah, just don't put there's a stopper in the front. Just kind of ease it down. Don't do it faster. You will end up going out of reels.
That is
Tell
fair.
that to 5-year-old Sarah. She didn't know any better.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
No, it's gonna be fun.
I'm excited.
I figure I've already broken and sprained a bunch of stuff, so skate shouldn't be too bad.
What's
Yeah.
one more?
You know, but we've
And-
got, in other words, we've got some cosplays coming. We just got to get used to them. And apparently we need to put bubble wrap around Ukita to teach her. Jeremy says gravity is an issue. It is.
Yes.
It is a thing.
Yes,
Gravity works.
indeed.
Sometimes it works against us, but yes, it does work.
So now having the power of 3, we will have to find more cosplay
Oh.
options. Yeah.
Charmed. We should do Charmed. The power of E3.
Oh my god,
Oh my
yes!
God.
That'd be cute.
Just thought of that. Sorry,
Oh,
sidetrack.
Oh, and I've got this corset that I'm having made, and so I'm trying to figure out once it's done. It's gonna be a while, but once it's done, I'm gonna have to have cosplays that go with that too. My first initial one is Scary Godmother because it's got special wings that are modeled after Scary Godmother. Do y'all know that movie?
Scary Godmother.
Oh my gosh. Okay, it was Cartoon Network in its golden age. Scary Godmother was like a Halloween. I think it was called Halloween and Spectacular, actually, now that I think about it. But it was a short little movie thing they did, and it was based off of the comic books. Sorry. It was a short little movie that they did, and it was based off the comic books. There was a whole series of comic books. Jill, and I forget her last name, but she looks like a witch, but she is the scary godmother of this little girl whose cousin scares the heck out of her on Halloween night, and they get to teach him a lesson with all her spooky friends. So I love that movie.
That sounds interesting. I like this so
does.
far.
Highly recommend Scary Godmother.
There
You
you
heard
go.
it here, folks. Scary Godmother. Go watch it. Also, Xanadu.
Yes, I do. Highly recommend.
See us
Jean
skating
Grey.
around the cons. You need to know why.
Yes.
Or see us falling on skates around the cons.
Hopefully not.
We have to buy Heelys. The ones that
Oh, gosh,
pop it
that
down so they get mad at us for roller skating. Pop them back in. What are you talking about?
Both my kids have Heelys and they can do them well. I tried them on. I'm not so well with that. I don't know. Like,
It's like just the bouncing on the heel for me. Like, I'm not
all
sure.
wheels are not created equally for me.
Oh,
Yeah.
The Segway board, the hoverboard, whatever they call it. I learned how to ride one finally. We got one. And
oh my
I
gosh,
like,
you know.
finally
See, I
figured out
grew up on skateboard. So transferring from
how to
the skateboard to that is not an easy task. I know it sounds like it would be, but it's not.
I wish I could skateboard. Maybe we could like teach each other.
Again, it's been since Vertigo since I've touched a skateboard.
without yes. Without gravity catastrophes in the process.
You know what we should do? We should get one of those inflatable balls that you actually put over your body and then teach everybody how to skate or skateboard.
I like that
Yes,
idea.
Bubble Boy
Bubble
style.
Boy. There you go.
Yes. Okay, so upcoming, I'm going to have a short that I share. Wow, that's a tongue twister. I'm going to have a short that I share soon. Upcoming events that we're all going to be at, and that way y'all can know which cons we'll be at and what we'll be covering. So
definitely. So Wednesday at our regular time at 11 o'clock. Oh, let me tell you this first. Okay. So yes, we are Wednesdays at 11 o'clock. However, I'm going to start letting people know now. On August 2nd, we need to adjust the time a half an hour. So it'll be Wednesdays at 11:30. We'll let you guys know on pretty much every show from this point forward. That way nobody misses it. But on this coming Wednesday, we're going to have Tad Wood from Lone Star Heroes Comics and Toys. And he's going to have a special announcement of his own for us to talk about. So make sure you do not miss it.
yes, this is an awesome one, and y'all want to hear about this.
Definitely.
Stay
So
tuned.
Wednesday at 11, same place you found us today on both YouTube's and on Facebook.
Yes.
So in the meantime, Ukita, thank you. We're super excited to have you on board. I will go through and change all banners after we're done and everything, but we're going to have a new look to it. So we're super excited. And thank you guys for watching our Sunday Fun Day. And we'll catch you guys on Sunday. But before we go, get your wands to the ready.
Because for now, mischief managed. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.